They raise the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. On play action, they'll throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That's it, baby.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle jogs back on the field here, you can't help but think with their season that the old cliche, the game of inches, comes into play for the 2019 Seahawks, because Week 17, that game against the 49ers, Jacob Hollister tackled inches from the goal line, maybe a half a yard. That really changed everything, didn't it?
It certainly did, because if Hollister scores and Seattle wins, they end up getting the open week and getting that little extra rest in the playoffs. And San Francisco goes to Philadelphia to play. And in my mind, San Francisco beats Philadelphia but doesn't advance to the Super Bowl. They needed the break as well as Seattle. Seattle went to went to Philadelphia, had a tough one there, and then got beat at Green Bay in the very next round. So you're exactly right. To me, in my mind, that little bit of space changed everything for them. And by the way, Jacob Hollister did everything correct on that play. The ball was in the correct arm, because everybody said, well, if he had the other arm, he would have scored. But that's not how you hold it in that situation. It was just a terrific tackle by Drain Greenlaw that changed the fortunes for both of those teams.
Play action. It's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult, because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Let's get it. 380. 50's the mark. I got him.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. You know, CD, as Chicago gets in gear for this next drive, you think about the 12-4 season that this franchise had in 2018. That was going to be hard to follow in 2019, but finishing 8-8, a much maligned 8-8 with a lot of boos cascading through Soldier Field, probably not how they envisioned 2019.
Not even close. And remember, they were the first game out of the gate for the 2019 season, opening at home on a Thursday night in the 100th season of the NFL against Green Bay. And that game was an offensive nightmare, really, for both teams. But Green Bay made more plays, ended up winning an ugly affair. Chicago was 29th on offense for the season. If they finish 15th or better, this team's clearly in the playoffs and dangerous and a threat to go to the Super Bowl. But 29th, even with that great defense, gave themselves no chance. And remember, they're committed to their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, who struggled again in 2019.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion. Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is 3 points. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Game situation. Let's go. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Hey. Check up.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He juked him. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
is. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 40.
Mike, move the team. I'm scared.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check back 54. Line 54. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson stepping up. He's going to keep it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Tempo.
So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Line 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
You got it. You got it.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Right there. 54 Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
We want it. Come to my way.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Nick Vanette there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. They'll look to throw. Robinson's got it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Brandon Marshall there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. .4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get this,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Good job.
Nick Vanette, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. 53 ticks to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Green 80.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.